Okay, Aizawa sensei, whoa, as in like crying. I just didn't see that coming. I really, really didn't see that coming. Yeah, it's scary to think because someone like Aizawa sensei, we know he's a softie in that, but at this very same time, he's very serious and stern. Like the way that Horikoshi has presented him as a character, he doesn't show that kind of emotion. He is all business as usual. That's him. So even during this chapter, which was really, really cool, by the way, because from the way that the chapter was leading up, it was as if he didn't care. He was just like, let's just get this over and done with. Like, I don't believe you, all of this kind of stuff. But it was as he began to keep talking and he reminded himself of, as we saw the flashbacks, he was just like, no, Shirokuma, like, come back. So I think one of the things that I love about My Hero Academia is the sense of friendship in this series, because it's like the way that they've done it every year. There's that group of three. Like obviously in Class 1A, it's a bit skewed because like Bakugo, Todoroki, and Deku, they aren't exactly the best of friends. But they are close. You see it even in the other years, like in Class 3A. Is it 3A? I don't know, like Mirio and his gang. And then obviously we see in the flashback this chapter with Aizawa Sensei, President Mike, who else? And obviously Shirakumo. So it's really, really cool to see it. And that's what I love about it, because it's like at the end of the day, you see just how Deku, let's say Ida, and Todoroki or Deku, Ida, Kirishima, all those people, like they've gone through things, you know, like during the one for all arc when they had to rescue Bakugo, all of that kind of stuff. Like these people must have gone through similar things, and the fact that Shirakumo died in their internship, that's literally like Bakugo dying, or like Todoroki dying. Like that's crazy. It's just like crazy to think. How just how real it can be, you know? And it's just probably that's why Aizawa Sensei is like how he is now, why he's so strict on the students, why he was so strict on Deku. Because Deku at the start, he was basically not self harming himself, but like he was distracting himself because his quirk is so dangerous to him at the start. Like bones would be breaking every time he used it. So that's why Aizawa Sensei was so hard on him. And we found out that because Aizawa Sensei used to expel people a lot. So obviously we knew that Aizawa Sensei once expelled a whole class, but we found the truth out about that basically. And the truth of that is, which was really cool to find out the truth, and how it's actually by President Mike actually, which was really, really cool, because it's like it shows you how close they are. Obviously we know that they went to school together and that, but you don't really, there's not really chapters where it's just like Aizawa Sensei and President Mike just hanging out, you know? But we know like they are close. But that's just kind of Aizawa Sensei's character, his personality. He's just kind of cold to a lot of people. Maybe not even necessarily cold, just a bit like blunt. Yeah. So it was cool that President Mike told them. It's just like, no, actually, he re-enrolled them. So he doesn't actually expel you totally. He expels you, then re-enrolls you. And it's like, obviously, you feel the threat of being expelled. And once you do get expelled, you feel it. You're like, oh my gosh, like, what have I done? But then you get re-enrolled, so it's like your second chance. And you're like, okay, I'm going to make it up to you. I'm going to do it good. And that's what we see in the chapter of Class 2A. One of the girls was saying how, like, we've learned a lot. It's taught us. Which is really, really interesting. I hope we do find out more about Class 2A, by the way, because I'm a sucker for knowing about all the classes in this school. We can't just focus on Class 1A. Like, Horikoshi is doing pretty good, though. Like, sometimes here and then he does focus a bit on Class 1B, which is really, really cool, you know, like Tetsu, and some of the other people as well, like, especially when it was the Class 1A first class, 1B, when they were fighting. That was what, like 30, 40 chapters ago, I'd say. It's definitely in the 200s. Like at the start of the 200 kind of mark. Now, they were cool fights. They were really cool fights. But yeah, let me not get distracted. But like, I like it when we find out more of the other classes, because it just gives you that feel. I guess, is it world building in the sense that it's just widening the context of the school? Maybe. But it's just really, really cool. And just to think that Kurogiri is actually a NOMOU. Now, at first, when I first found out about this, because I've been behind on a couple of videos because the assignment's been mad, but I'm all done now, so it's good. When I first heard about it, I was just like, okay, but like, is this making sense? Because Kurogiri is very different if he's a NOMOU, in the sense he's different to High End, he's different to all the other NOMOUs we've had. Most of the NOMOUs are very, they're not humane, or like they're not human like in nature and in character, whereas Kurogiri is basically a person. So like, why is Kurogiri so good? What did the doctor do? Did the doctor work on overtime, put in a couple more shifts, or like, I'm just confused. Has it got to do with the base that they used, that is Shirakumo? Is it because he was dead, or like, I don't know. I really don't know. That's why I need a bit more questions on how Kurogiri is different. I'd want to probably know a bit more about that. But we find out about High End, and so I really do like it when we find info about the NOMOUs, because I think they're interesting and I feel like it intensifies the arc, because they're pretty grim. Like, even the existence of them and how they are made, like, you know, fusing quirks together, and like they become brain dead and all that kind of stuff. And at the start, it was like their brain was exposed, so they were pretty grim kind of characters. So we find out High End, we find out the base that he was from, because High End had a very like a very brutish kind of personality, and it was from a thug who was living in underground cage fighting. So it makes sense. That's why he was just like, show me the strongest, I need to fight the strongest kind of thing. And it's kind of, it is scary how like All For One or the Doctor, or how these guys, they just take people off the streets and use them. Scary to think that they did that for Shirakumo as well. And we see even the line when All For One's just like, yeah, UA's got they've got the best people. And I was just like, bruh, like, this is kidnapping's not even gives it justice. It's just ridiculous, and it just shows how evil they are. And just begs the question: can this be undone? Like, at the end of the chapter, Aizawa Sensei is literally screaming out to him, like crying out to Kurogiri, aka Shirakumo, and it just makes me think like, okay, if he reaches out to him, you can't reverse a NOMOU, can you? Like, I don't think that's even possible. If so, the best thing that will happen of this is that Shirakumo's personality comes to the forefront and is in control. That's probably what we're gonna get, but we're not gonna like actually see Shirakumo in the flesh ever again. Like, that body's gone. It's been too fused with other things. So yeah, but yeah, it was a shocker that Aizawa Sensei cried, because like I didn't see that coming, and it shows you this arc's gonna be crazy. Like, what we're leading up into, like, this is serious. Like, it's actually serious, and it just shows you, like, as if I feel like Aizawa Sensei hasn't healed from everything, because like he shut himself off. So him even crying out is just like, this is his release right now. So yeah, I'm really, really excited. Guys, please tell me your thoughts in the comments below what you thought about this chapter. Yeah, do you think, like, can this be reversed? Can a NOMOU be reversed? And yeah, what do you think is going to happen next? Do you think, yeah, what do you think is going to happen? Do you feel like a prison arc? This is the thing. We've been screaming Dabi and Toya, and then Horikoshi just does this and just changes the story again. So, like, the whole prison arc, I don't know if we're going to... I feel like we're going to get it, but I don't know when. I just don't know when. But that's enough for me, guys. Peace out. Goodbye. But actually, wait, no. That color page, sorry. That color page was one of the best color pages I've seen in a while. It was sick. Like, it was amazing. Because they've even got their new outfits. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, guys, tell me your thoughts on the episode. Peace out. Goodbye.